Welcome to another conservative talk. Let's talk about the Brazilian tax framework from Haddad, our Minister of Economy. The idea is to have some kind of conditions that can justify more expense from the government. It's just an excuse. It will not work as a ceiling. There is much better way to control the government expenses. In my opinion, as a tax lawyer, as this is my expertise, it's like a blank check to this socialist government that is already a very terrible one in expenses since other government that we have from them 10 years ago. We know what is going on there. They want to expand without many excuses to society, to the Congress. And this Congress has already accepted this idea. We have to remember that in the beginning of this government, they received more than 200 billion that they can expend now with this tax framework. So they are going to expend more than before. And we are talking about hundreds of billions that will increase the expense of the state, of the government. And it's a terrible thing, because they will have only one way to keep it up, something like that. They will have to increase taxes, to increase the revenue, to expend more expenses from the state. So the more they expand, more taxes, more tax raising. It will destroy economy. Simple as that. Because we already have a very hard tax charge against companies, against people. It will become worse, unfortunately. And they were telling something like that before the election, the socialists. They would do something like that. They were honest about it, we have to admit. But it does not mean that society can accept something like that. But the problem is we don't have a Congress that are going to fight against it. Congress will approve this tax framework. They are going to expand. They are going to raise taxes, expand more, raise tax, expand more, until we destroy the economy completely. Because who will invest in a country like that? With some kind of tax framework like this one, like this proposal. And we have to remember that we don't have a professional Minister of Economy. We have a politician that has as a leader another politician that is the actual president, and they are ruling the economy. Not a professional as we had before in the last government, like Paulo Guedes. These are not professional people. They are ideological, they have an ideological agenda, and a political one, and they are going to improve this agenda, no matter what, no matter the cost. And society will pay this price, unfortunately. We are going to pay for this. It will sacrifice society, it will sacrifice economy, and all that I can see in the near future is a disaster to this country. Some very good economists say that it's not so bad, it's bad but not so bad. I think it's really bad. Because if they want to increase expense and they want to expend more, they will have to raise taxes. And to be just like that, they are not talking about to cut expense from the state. No discussion about it. It's the huge mistake of this discussion about this framework, this tax framework. No cutting expense from the state. It's unacceptable. We have to fight in some way against it. I don't know exactly how, but we have to denounce it, at least. And may God help us to be really a problem in the near future.